Hey guys! So today I'm talking all about my application. It's a little update video. I've had so many of you guys messaging me being like, what's going on? How's it going? So I thought I'd just kind of sit here and talk. I realised when I did my video, I think in like October, about where I was applying to, I completely changed my where I was applying to within like a couple of days of that video. So where did I end up applying to? So for medicine, I went with Hull, York, Sheffield, Southampton and Bristol, and my backup is Global Health at King's. I think in the video I said I was applying for Exeter, Exeter instead of Southampton, and I think I said Brighton instead of Bristol. No, instead of Sheffield, So, but I've changed it around because as soon as I put that video up, and loads of you guys messaging me, very helpful, thank you, saying things like, Exeter do really look at A-stars. I knew that, but I think before I thought I was in a position where I didn't really have much flexibility with it. But yes, Exeter really look at A-stars. I of course am applying my 3 A's, and so I was like, I don't want to be in a position where I have great grades that loads of unis would be happy with, but you know, why would I apply for one which is so strict? So it knocked out Exeter. And then Brighton, thought Brighton was a lovely uni. It was just that they needed the BMAT, which, you know, I'd done my UKCAT, and to do BMAT was like an extra additional thing. And I was like, there's a lot of work that I would need to do all for that one uni. And actually Sheffield and Southampton, I didn't know accepted resits until people messaged me, which blows my mind because I just, it infuriates me. This is my like 3rd time applying. And I just don't understand why unis aren't so transparent about resits. I'm sure I did so much. I think in September, I went through every single uni and looked at their resit policy. And obviously between that time and kind of October 16th, they had changed. So I'm eternally grateful for the people who messaged me saying about Sheffield and Southampton, because I decided to apply to those. And so in terms of kind of how I'm doing in terms of hearing back, so the King's Global Health, I heard back within like weeks. I think they were very quick. I have an unconditional there because I've got my grades, so fab, brill, it's there. And then I heard back from Sheffield. I had an interview at Sheffield in December. How did it go? Very briefly, I think it went all right. It was MMI. I don't think it was perfect. I think absolutely there were stations where I felt like an idiot. But I've spoken a lot about interviews. I've spoken about how, you know, my Newcastle interview, like what, 2 years ago, I thought was terrible. I ended up getting an offer. Obviously it doesn't mean I think I'm going to get an offer. It just means I know that an interview doesn't need to be 100% perfect in order to get an offer. There's flexibility with it. And obviously it's all about kind of seeing if you have potential. So I mean, like, fingers crossed, hopefully I did enough. I don't really know. I hear back from Sheffield in about 2 to 3 weeks. I think it's the week beginning Feb 19th I hear back from. So, you know, that's there. I then got a rejection from Hull, York, which I'm not gonna lie, I was a little surprised about. I think because their website, if any of you applied for Hull, York, they're very kind of, I thought they were really transparent. They were really like, oh, we look at this, this and this, and then we rank you and we do this. And I was sat there thinking, oh great, I've got all of that, got that. This should mean a guaranteed interview. It didn't. I've emailed asking for feedback, haven't heard back yet. So I was a little bit upset about that, but you know, that was in November, kind of got over it. And then I did hear back from Southampton and I did hear back from Bristol, and I got interviews from both of them. Bristol I heard first. I was in India actually on holiday in December, and it was great. And you guys might, if you've been watching my videos for a while, this is my 3rd time applying for Bristol. I got rejections first 2 times before interview, based on my personal statement. This year, however, they look at UKCAT. And this time applying, I applied with my lowest UKCAT yet. So I was so nervous because I was like, great, the one time you look at it is the time I get the lowest. But actually it's all worked out somehow. And so I'm really excited. I have an interview for that in about just over a week. And then Southampton, I heard back from, I think about 2 weeks ago, a week ago, something like that. And I've actually got my interview in the same week as Bristol, so I'm doing a lot of travelling. I'm going all the way to Bristol, no, all the way to Southampton and back, then all the way to Bristol and back. I mean, I probably should have just stayed there, but I didn't know that, okay? But yeah, so I mean, in terms of my application, very happy. 1 unconditional for non-med, 3 interviews, and then 1 rejection. I mean, so far it's going as if it was in year 12, and year 12 did pretty good, but I don't know. I feel very grateful, and I mean, especially if you think, I mean, if you watched my video last year when I had 1 offer from King's, and I remember that feeling in January, that awful, sick feeling of being like, is this even going to work out? When I was just getting rejections everywhere, and I hated that sense of like uncertainty. Whereas this year, I mean, of course there's uncertainty. I don't know if I got an offer. I don't know any of this, what's going to happen. But I feel a lot more relaxed. I feel a lot more comforted, and I'm like, great, okay, I've just got to go into the interview, give it my best shot, and hopefully it goes well. And yeah, I feel a lot more positive. And I think it's that strange and scary idea that in September, last September, I was enrolled at St. George's. I was very much ready to do the course. But at that time I knew it wasn't for me, but I was like, oh, what else should I do? And so it's just weird, in like a different universe, I would be at St. George's doing that course, probably quite happy with friends and enjoying it. But on the flip side, I have 3 interviews, and fingers crossed, September, here we go, uni. Oh my, so yeah, I don't know, it's a bit weird, I suppose. But I am very happy. I'm working a little, playing a lot, and just enjoying life. I really enjoyed the last couple of months and couple of weeks, and yeah, it's all good. I hope your interviews are going well. I hope, you know, you're hearing back. Hope revision's going well. And I just hope you guys are doing very well overall. And I will let you know if there are any updates. I would say follow me on Instagram at _ManishaP. I pretty much post on that every day, so you'll see an update much quicker there. But yeah, that's all from me. Thank you very much. Bye.